Mr. President.
I'm not the rock star.
He seems like a rock star, though, I'll tell you.
It's great to hear everybody's comments, and I think I am personally a technologist. I have a degree in technology, and I have a number of patents. And back in about the 70s, and this has to do with everybody grousing about, technology getting in your way, and what are you going to do, and how can it help. I feel a little self-conscious telling you about this, but you can Google me, and you'll see that I'm not lying. And some of it leads to stuff that Linda said. But in, you remember the Arab oil embargo, and the long lines and all kinds of things going on with gas prices and oil prices. And I had just gotten a master's in biochemistry, and I was quite interested in enzyme technology. And I thought to myself, shit, wouldn't it be great if we could take fossil fuels and convert them at room temperature and use bugs? You've all heard of biofuels. Well, I actually, I guess I'm somewhere in the literature. I'm the author. I'm the inventor of biofuels. I published the first paper on the microbial conversion of fossil fuels to usable fuel. And make sure you put a D in the name if you Google it. And
you're a football player, for God's sake.
Everybody says, I didn't know you were that smart.
You were very artistic.
No, this was a sense I was very disgusted with the way the government was looking at the energy policies and was looking at the fact that we had large fossil fuel reserves and what were we doing about it. So I went into this invention mode and came up with this, published the first paper. And for some of you who live in West Hartford, it was a pretty big deal because it was in the New York Times, it was in Business Week. I know West Hartford News did a whole thing about us. Yeah, and that'll get you. And I thought this was going to be the beginning of a transition of technology where, and the cool thing about this is, microorganisms only live at around room temperature. So there's no pollution, there's no high temperature. It was a very environmentally friendly approach to conversion and got a lot of inquiries, and it was really the beginning of a catapult in my career. And then all of a sudden the cost of oil went down, the barrel of oil went down. And guess what? SUVs started becoming very popular, and people were buying them, and the price of oil kept going down until finally there was no more interest in using an alternative energy source. So, I mean, my theme here, or my story is that we all have a personal responsibility with this technology. We are the people who bought the SUVs. We're the people who drove the markets that lessened the demand for alternative energy sources. So as we go into things like organic farming, energy alternatives, and stuff like that, we take the responsibility as well as our children. We have to teach our children to do that. But I think what's most important is how many of you drove here? I drove from Pennsylvania. We're like $3.89 a gallon. I get up here and it's $4.35, and I'm scratching my head. I can't believe importing oil from New Jersey to Connecticut is worse than importing it to Pennsylvania. So this is all kind of artificial.
Higher state taxes.
That's right. I know there's state taxes, but even if you take a look at state taxes and you take that out of the, for instance, a barrel of oil really only costs about $60 a barrel, not $135. That's what we hear in the market, but the actual cost is only about $65 a barrel. And my point is that we drive this. We annoy the people with emails. We annoy the technology, so to speak, and we ignored the fuel situation by buying the SUVs. And guess what? Look where we are right now. And all of a sudden, what's come back and risen to the top? Biofuels. I'm frustrated because I did this almost 40 years ago, and I had to watch this sort of stand. And I feel very self-conscious bragging about this. It's not a brag. It's just, it sort of kind of comes to the theme of what we were talking about in technology. I'm actually experiencing the frustration of being the inventor of this technology and then finding that nobody paid attention to it, and then right now, it's come back. I think my original work was quoted over 300 times, so it stands as, they call me a pioneer, so I guess I get a funny hat in the mail. But I just hope as we go forward and we start thinking about this technology issue, that we realize that we have personal responsibilities in this, and that it's our responsibility not only to teach our friends, our neighbors, but also our children. And I hope that you know, this kind of a forum is great. You never know what's going to happen. There's a 6 degrees of separation. So what happens out of this group could be huge after this. So.
You know, we told you it would be over at 3:30, and it's...
The only choice now is to go out and drink.
Are there any burning desires? Our guides are here.
Eric, what time is the thing tonight?
Yeah, tell us.
6. Well, it starts at 6. Yeah, people check in at 6. So. But I wouldn't. Well, I should say I wouldn't rush it. It's going to be a long night.
So here's
Cocktail hour.
I just want to let go 2 things. One is, I have to tell you that the teacher in me has to leave with just a little bit of homework for you, because after listening to everything that you're saying, you might want to go on YouTube. Some of you may have seen it. I used this in a presentation. But if you go to find the video, or whatever you call it, that's called Shift Happens, Did You Know? It's very powerful. There's 2 actual, there's 2 parts of it. The first one was supposed to be given out to, I forget which particular college, put this forth as for a particular course. And it had something like 300,000 hits in 2 minutes. And so the next year they picked it up a notch. They made a better job out of it. They actually put references at the bottom so you can see that the data is actually accurate. But it's really powerful. So I suggest that you, Shift Happens, it's called.
You know, if you email me the link, I'll blast it.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
I can do that. That's right. And then, yeah. And then secondly, these are student council people from Conard of today. So we have Ben, Lewis, Christine, and Megan. And they're here to take us on a tour. Now I know Joanne, or did Joanne leave? Yeah, she had to go. She wanted to see the music room. Well, people had some things that as they came in they wanted to see. So if you just tell your guide, we're going to try to split up into 3, and they'll take us for a quick zip around the school if you'd like. Yes.
They know we used to have a smoking lounge.
I told them. Some people have forgotten. Yeah.
Well, this security stuff, none of that when we were in high school. The word lockdown didn't exist.
I'm surprised we can walk through the school rest center.
We had student monitors.
Well, the camera's rolling. Tell us, are drugs big in?
Some kids have gotten expelled for having jobs.
We got caught smoking between the cars in the parking lot and got in big trouble.
Just today.
Boys' bathroom? No, 4 years ago.
You could probably still get in trouble for it today.
Can you chew gum in class?
Yes.
Wow, check that out.
And do the girls have to wear skirts, no slacks allowed?
Some people wear it like here, as long as it's like, if you stand like this and it's not past your fingers. Yeah. But some people don't follow that rule. Yeah.
Past your fingers?
Yeah, if you stand like this, they'll have to go like here. Some people wear some people wear them really low.
We couldn't even wear slacks on real cold days.
You couldn't wear jeans.
That bus stop was cold.
I know, I don't.
I was on the dress code committee. Do you believe there was such a thing as dress code?
Yeah, no jean, no patch pocket jeans.
No, that's the big.
No blue ones. You could have white.
We could have white
In
patch
study
pocket
hall.
jeans. And the girls could wear culottes. That's what we got. That was the big thing. The girls could wear
In
culottes.
study hall, no sleeping or physical resting. That was the word.
You're kidding.
In study hall.
That was a brain refresher.